What's going on, y'all? This your boy BC here from Extreme Sports Talk Live 305. Now, today I got my homeboy here, Terrance, with me. What's going on, Terrance?
What's up, man?
What's going on? Now, today we switching over here today. Not NFL, we talking about basketball. It's the NBA playoffs time here now. So, hey, a lot of people teams in, a lot of people teams out. Like mine, yes, my Warriors, yeah, we out. So what we're going to do here, we're going to break down about 5 or 6 things, the main things here that's going to set up for the playoffs and what can happen and what cannot happen here. So I'm going to start off first. I'm going to ask Terrance here, simple question is, I want to know your opinion. Who do you think is the MVP of the league?
MVP. I mean, I like Jokic, but I do like Embiid, but I understand why Embiid may not get it.
Right, because he didn't play that many. He been out for a little while.
Yeah, but I think with this one of the years that it should be forgivable. They condensed the season, injuries, people taking off, for whatever reason. So I thought this year they shouldn't hold it against the players because of the condensed schedule.
Right, they shouldn't, but since Jokic done played almost about every game. And he averaged about a double, almost a triple double every game here. Yeah, so
he deserved it.
Yeah, I gave it to him. But I like if Embiid never get hurt. I got him my first option. If LeBron didn't never get hurt, he could have been one of. He was a candidate for MVP. Yeah. So if KD didn't hurt, he was candidate MVP. So and much I like Steph. I just don't think he's earned MVP. But you can't get MVP if you didn't make the playoffs.
You thought KD would deserve it over James Harden?
Oh, that's another option.
No, I thought he was disqualified, but
yeah, once you get hurt, it's like said you get disqualified if you out for that many games.
No, I thought he was disqualified.
Oh yeah,
the first few games of the season.
Yeah, 1-2 because the way how he did Houston, then he switch over, and they're not going to do that. So he deserved it in the beginning of the year. So
nah, but I don't think that the MVP. Once you request a trade, you're out of the team. Then you should be disqualified from getting it.
Right, because the stunt he pulled the first week here showed like he's out of shape. He big out of shape, wearing fake clothes here. It's not this. So it's
he messed up the chemistry of the team. I don't think that's right.
Yeah, that's not like leader. So you don't want to follow that footsteps of that. That when he comes over the nest, now like he lost about 40 pounds and he ready now. So I kind of agree with you. I'm gonna go with Jokic here also by default because everybody been hurt and Stephen Curry. They did not make the playoffs. So you're going to have to give it to Jokic, yeah. So
yeah, this year was pretty interesting. It was a pretty interesting year following basketball this year. Yeah. Just the way the things panned out with COVID and everything that's going on.
So before I get to the next one, it was interesting. So how do you like the tournament thing that they have now? I know LeBron say he don't like it. Whoever made it should be fired.
I won't go to that extent. I ain't finna call for nobody's job for that. I thought it was different, like they trying something.
They trying something new,
different.
Right.
It is. I'm on both sides of it because I do think all year you have a chance to win your game so you could secure your spot.
Right.
But this goes to show if you give a team a chance that could be that 9th seed. They didn't play good all season, but all you got to do is play good on that given day, and you can get into the playoffs, and that's what Memphis did, right?
Right, and you see what the Wizards did. They were out completely, and they went on a winning streak for like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 games in a row, and they lost the first game, but they win the second game. Now they back in 8 seed.
But I think now because the way it planned out, the play-in is here to stay.
Yeah, LeBron. I think my opinion.
LeBron only said that because
he was in the 7th seed. Because he was in it. If he wasn't in it, he wouldn't care. If he was kept that 3rd seed, 2nd seed he was in, it wouldn't matter because he's already in. Once he had that 7th seed, he's not sure because they just started coming back with the chemistry. How it goes, but it's here now. He happy now. They in. So.
Yeah, with the way the games played, you had some very close games. Obviously, the Warriors went into overtime. The Warriors, it was a very close game down to the wire. It was very exciting. So,
better team won. You see the team here, they had a game by 3rd quarter, bunch of turnovers. You can't can't have that many turnovers against the number 1 team defense in the league, and it's gonna hurt you. So it backfires.
I ain't gonna lie though, that game showed me the Lakers, man. That defense is suffocating.
It's not like
I was up 13 multiple times.
Yeah, they was like more careless with the ball. So and you can't turn the ball over. They going to score. So yeah. So excuse me. So another one I have here. So my opinion is, next question is for you. Who do you think is going to be coach of the year? I mean, you got options here. So I already know who my opinion is, but who do you think is going to be coach of the year?
I have two.
I have two also.
I have two. One is the first one. I will honestly say is Monty Williams.
Monty Williams, yes.
For the Phoenix Suns. The second one I got is Tom Thibodeau.
That's that's what I have also.
Yeah.
But speaking of Monty Williams, also, see, he turned that team around. Even though they had like the tournament last year, like it was the bubble.
Yeah.
And when they went in the bubble, they went undefeated in the bubble, but they still didn't make the playoffs. But Monty Williams, he's doing a great job. But I also got to give Chris Paul his job too.
True.
Because when Chris Paul got there, now they up there number 2 seed, and everywhere he went to, they got much better. So without Chris Paul, I think they would have been like in the playoffs, but not the way they are now. So I'll give like 60% here to that coach here, and the other part 30, 40, other 40% to Chris Paul because he's doing this.
But see, that's the thing. I would say with Coach Thibodeau. Coach Tibbs, I believe, like Julius Randle came over there and kind of changed the way things are, but he got them boys playing hard and believing in themselves. The same thing he did with Chicago. The same thing he did with Minnesota, where he had them boys playing really hard and believing in themselves.
Some people believe in him. He done turned John Randle to a nobody that he was in L.A. He was okay, but now you got him to an MVP status now.
Yeah.
Yeah, MVP candidate now.
And then he got Derrick Rose to come over there and get the buy-in.
They all, if you look at their roster, they're like an old Chicago Bulls roster.
True.
People off the bench here, like
gritty, tough.
Tyson Gibson.
Yeah.
He's over there tough. Like they all defensive minded. So he have his scores there. He got a shooter here or there. So and he got the main guy. So now it's like he turned everything around. You gotta give him his credit there. So he was at Minnesota. He had turned into a defensive team when they had Jimmy Butler, but some people wouldn't. They couldn't. They wasn't. Some people had the toughest. Some people don't. So that's why Jimmy Butler.
But I think at Minnesota, even with Derrick Rose there, even the way they broke up the team, it showed that they was very immature.
Yeah, you see about Jimmy Butler when he came in and he came in with a Rolex on the full clothes. And he played each and all of them by himself 1-on-1, and he done did everybody. He told him
because Jimmy Butler he wasn't highly recruited. He was picked at the bottom of the first round. He wasn't highly touted. And here is you got two guys on the team that was number 1 picks, all parade, all American guys, been the top guys since they was in probably junior high school. And they just rely on talent. They not gonna work hard. Somebody like Jimmy Butler didn't have the talent, so he had to work hard. As much talent as them. He had talent, but not as much talent as them. So that would rub him the wrong way.
So I gotta give Tom Thibodeau his credit because now John Randle shooting threes, posting up, and he doing everything as a big man, as number 1 big man is supposed to do. It was like saying, now he said, "This is my house." He feel much confident while he playing. And Derrick Rose, he's not the same Derrick Rose, but he's still contributing for the. Matter of fact, he's a candidate of the 6th man of the year. So
I like Derrick Rose.
Yeah,
I just hate he didn't work out with Cleveland that year when he was there that year. That half a season.
Yeah, that's a lot of people didn't work out with Cleveland. Even like Dwayne Wade didn't work out with Cleveland also. When he was there.
Nah.
Also, see, like LeBron James needs a certain amount of players to fit his system. Like,
True.
So
True.
How he needs.
True.
Yeah. So,
so who you got as coach of the year?
I like Tom Thibodeau, but I think they'll give it Monty Williams because when you get Phoenix Suns, you didn't make the playoffs last year, but now you're the number 2 seed. You had a chance to get number 1 seed, but you lost the last 2-3 games stretch, but number 2 seed. So when you that high top of seeds, but you just got to give it to him.
True.
Yeah. True. So now the playoffs started here. NBA playoffs started here. So since the playoffs started here, the question I have asked is between everybody wants to see here the Los Angeles Lakers and the New Jersey Nets. So
Brooklyn.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, thank you. See, now it's old school back in the day. So Brooklyn Nets. So I want to know here between those 2 teams, which team in the West is the biggest threat to the Los Angeles Lakers, and which team in the East is the biggest threat to the Brooklyn Nets? To you, I'm gonna let you start that off also.
For the Brooklyn Nets, I think call me crazy, but Philly and the Bucks, because they've been there. I think the Nets is pretty arrogant and cocky. I think they just think that they could just put this all together because they have the talent, and other teams have a team chemistry. Been there, they know what that heartbreak feels like. You get what I'm saying? To not get there last year, like between Philly was the shot a couple years ago.
Oh man, that hurt him. He said he was boohoo crying coming to the back of the locker room when he got Toronto. Oh, he was so close.
Giannis, him winning both awards, and they talking about him like he probably can't get it done. So I think those are the two. In the West, I don't know if anybody, but if I would have to say anybody, I do believe I think Denver would be tough. Excuse me. I think Denver would be tough. I don't know about the Clippers, dog. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know about the Clippers.
For the Lakers, I got the Clippers. Why I got the Clippers?
Really?
Why? Yeah, really. Why? Because that's the only team they get up for. Anybody else, they'll lose. Anybody else.
I don't think they're gonna make it to the Lakers.
They might not. But if they...
You're talking about, because at this point, the way the seeding is, they won't even be able to play to the Western Conference Finals.
Right. And if you realize the last game before the playoffs, I think they try to set up that way. You see, they lost on purpose the last 2-3 games, so they don't have to play the Lakers in the first round.
Yeah, first
so you
round.
I'd rather play them last than play them first.
Yeah.
In my opinion, if I'm the Clippers, I'd rather play them first because they just not come and get the team back together and get and see if they get their gel back. I'm like, no, well, since we already started fresh here, we team already now. I'd rather get them out of the way first. But
true.
Okay, now you.
But they don't want to be vulnerable to losing the first round, and now that's definitely a talk. So at least if they lost in the Western Conference Final, they could feel good and say, "Hey, we made it to the Western Conference Finals." I don't think they're gonna get there, dog.
You tried to avoid them last year. That's the same route you did last year. You lost to the second round to the Nuggets.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. But
I don't think they have the players that buy in like that.
They got about the same team. All you did was add Rondo here. Kawhi is not the same Kawhi. He's not the same Kawhi. That's what I'm saying.
Bro,
this PG
why
team.
y'all okay? All right, Rondo came on last year, but let's not act like Rondo is easy to play with too.
He's not, but it's
he
his
was
job.
shut down on you, dog. He would stop playing like he did it in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta shipped him out of there. Like,
did he do it last year with LA?
No, he got up to play with LA.
Right, but not. He know he has a good team around him, but his job is just make sure to keep the boys like a leader in check. Keep Kawhi here. This is what I want you. I want you to get the ball here. Mm-hmm. I want Paul George. This your route here. Make sure you just keep the team intact here. And before they had no leader last year.
But bro, he's not even starting him. They starting Patrick Beverly. He's coming off the bench.
And that's why they lost today.
Yeah.
That's why they lost today. So as a coach wise, since they gave him the money here, Coach Luke, is your job here is to make since it's not that's why it's not like NFL here. That's why when people ask them questions, what's harder to make to win a championship, NBA or NFL? That's why we say NFL because you only got one game only here. So
you
NFL,
really think it's harder to win a championship in the NFL than the NBA?
Yeah, you have one time to make adjustment. In NBA, you got up to 4 tries, up to 7 tries if you go to a 7-game series. You can make adjustment each game.
I think it's perspective. I think it's perspective with that, though.
You can have one bad throw could cost you the whole game.
Yeah.
One fumble could cost you the whole game. You lose the whole series. You lose the whole game. And that's it. But as far as you got, as long as Ronald do his job, Paul George did great in the season. Yeah, I give him that. But we define him by the playoffs. So if we're going to find him by the playoffs here, you got to do your job. But as we seen how we talked about it earlier, Kawhi, he didn't do his job. He has to buy in more than anybody else.
But why are we talking? Why over the last few years we're talking about Kawhi as if he's Kevin Durant? I'm just asking that question, dog. Because when did all this happen? When did he just become the best player in the league or something like that?
2 years ago, Toronto Raptors, when he got them over the hump.
Bro,
that gave him that boost.
Bro, Toronto. Well, obviously I like Kawhi. I'm just playing devil's advocate. But bro, Toronto want no dust. You acting like LeBron? He's taking a non-playoff team all the way to the finals. Toronto only couldn't get over the hump because it was LeBron.
Right, and Kawhi came over and got him over the hump
when LeBron went to the West.
So you trying? Right, they had a great team around him. So you trying to? If Kawhi wasn't there, they would have won the championship.
No, I believe that they still would have maybe got there. They was already a good team.
They would have lost to Philly. What I call, they would have lost to Philly.
Okay. All right, that's fair.
They would have lost to Philly.
That's fair.
And if they would have made it to the finals without Kawhi,
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
They lost to the Warriors.
But I don't think I never thought Kawhi was a LeBron, KD, James Harden, Steph Curry. I never put him in that round.
I had him, Kawhi, as a great player at the time, but not a leader. He's not a vocal leader. He's not going to say, good job, let's go, this is what I need you to do, I need this. You have certain people, like you see LeBron, you see Curry, you see Kobe. They are leaders on the court and off the court. He's quiet and he's simple. He wants to show his leader by just doing what he's supposed to do. That's just doing what you're supposed to do, scoring your points. That's just your job. It's not being a leader of the team player. So.
All right.
We just go with that here.
That's fair.
Now here, since it says the NBA playoffs, so we like upsets here. I like it here. That's part of the playoffs here, just like March Madness here. Now, my next question I want to know here, if I want to get his opinion here, from since we in round one, now which team in the East and the West here has a chance to get the biggest upset, in the first round?
Okay, all right. I'm gonna go with two of the biggest teams. I'm gonna go Boston and Brooklyn, and I'm gonna go Phoenix and the Lakers.
Ooh, so you actually think the Phoenix has a chance to upset the LA?
Yeah, because the injury to LeBron James, you're not knowing how he's gonna respond. AD just been off. He's I don't know what's going on. I don't know what happened.
AD been off. Yeah, he been off. But I think LeBron just doing all that. He's ready for the playoffs. He just sitting out there getting rest for the playoffs.
Nah, you saw him the other night when he played against y'all?
Yeah, he started off slow, but he heated up once they hit the second half, third, fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And Phoenix, they lost to the Lakers without LeBron and without Schroeder.
Yeah, but I just think those are the two. I mean, if we're looking for the biggest upsets, I would say that. And I think that even though Boston is a 7 seed, I believe that
that will be a huge upset. Yeah,
we can't overlook them boys, man. They scrappy, man.
They scrappy, but they don't have enough more than them. That's all.
Who the Wizards play?
The Wizards play the 76ers. I got them winning one game. Now, I think here, as you see earlier, we talking earlier.
I don't look at the stats.
The biggest upset here is it would be the Clippers, because there's no excuse. There's no excuse. So your job is to go to it's championship or bust. That's my opinion. So now you lost the first game here. So like I said, we said this earlier here. The only time you get up is the Lakers. You don't gave Paul George the money already. You got Kawhi. You signed Rondo. You got Booby Cousins. He came over there also. And we all talk about you all the time. So Paul George, is your time to get the team over the hump. You're the leader. And the only team you get up for is the LA. And you chose to tank the last 3-4 games so you don't have to play LA in the first round.
Yeah,
so
I think Portland could beat Denver.
Nah, yeah. Even though I picked upset, I think Dallas could pull an upset over the Clippers. But Portland over them, they can do that. Now I won't be surprised. They can shoot, play the team, but there's no Murray. But that's what they did sign Gordon. Now you forgot when they signed Gordon from Orlando. But Portland, they can score, but they have no defense at all.
True.
And you said this earlier. You can't outscore nobody in the playoffs. Think you win the game. We talked about it earlier.
Nah.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna be no 140-point game.
Yeah. The last 140 points was the Wizards. That was last week when they put a 140, but the team was already they shut down already.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's for that here. So that's that'd be my biggest upset will be the Clippers, because they're gonna talk about them. If the Clippers lose here, Kawhi is not coming back. There's gonna be fully it'll be no Kawhi next year, no Boogie next year.
Okay.
Rondo probably gone too. He's on a 1-year deal, and the guy that started now, when you mentioned him earlier, he took Rondo's spot. Beverly, he'll be gone. They signed him to a 1-year deal. They have to start the team all over again. Everybody's a 1 year. They're trying to win now. So,
I don't think we shamed the Clippers enough for what happened last year.
It was Paul George. That's all we keep talking about. Paul George. He didn't show up. Everybody else showed up but Paul George. Just like this year, he in the season, great in the season. We knew that. Oh, let's see what Paul George did. Yeah, we know what Paul George can do. In the playoffs is all that matters.
Yeah, he didn't show up last year at all.
Now, this is the last one here, because now we have a lot of Lakers fans in Miami here. Also, I want to talk about LeBron James, as some people want to call him Shannon Sharp, Goat James, this and that here.
Yeah.
I go back and forth here.
I still call him Little Ankle.
Yeah, Little Ankle. I laugh. Man. I like that too here, because some people say he flops a lot, this and that. Because he do falls a lot here, this and that. Because I'm like, come on now, you was 275. You a real big dude here. I'm like, them falls hurt you.
Draymond did hit him in the face, but
I think he went straight up. But it's his face reaction when he looked up like,
He might have did.
That was funny though. But at the end of the day, LeBron, he is a top player. He's a great player. Mm-hmm. So my thing is, this year, is this even though LeBron is 36, he'll be 37 in January. I mean, in December. Mm-hmm. He's a Capricorn. Is this his hardest path this year to get a ring?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hardest path.
It's not even close.
It's not even close.
Not even close, man.
See you break it down here.
Man, he's never been a 7 seed. Ever.
He's not a 7. Oh, yeah, 7. I'm sorry. Yeah, because
he's never been a 7 seed, bro.
But he never been a 7 seed. But he's a 7 seed playing number 2 seed, and the Lakers still favorite over number 2 seed.
That's because he got LeBron and AD. The only reason, remember, this is a special year. This is a different, not special, but different year. Like
last year was COVID. It was the bubble.
Yeah, but there's no fans in the stands.
You got
that, you know
little fans, but yeah, it's not really.
But they not tripping on the Lakers seeding because they just like they're really just that good. You know what I'm saying? And then they
had the chemistry already.
Yeah, so I do think this would be his hardest path because you got the Clippers, you got the Suns, you have Denver, and then ultimately they're already projecting for them to play the Nets. They just say the Nets gonna run through it. But let's say this was the Sixers, they'll still be one of the toughest teams he had to face. I think the toughest team he ever had to face was the Warriors, right? And I don't think the Nets are as good as the Warriors.
They don't play any
Call
defense.
me crazy, but I don't think they are.
They don't play defense like that. They want to outscore you.
Yeah, but that's why they call it that, because if he can't and have to play the Nets, you have to take down 3 superstars. You know what I'm saying? In order for that to happen. Now, if LeBron would have beat the Durant and Steph's Warrior team, then we were talking about something different. But I think this is his path. Last year, I won't call it his easiest.
That might have been his easiest, yeah. Last year, that's his easiest.
Yeah, because he had to play the Heat. And
he had to play the Heat in the championship, and the Heat was no way the Heat supposed to be in the championship here. But it wasn't, and nobody no home field advantage. Everybody was like, so he playing like you're playing like the backyard, and it wasn't home field for nobody. But that was a mismatch there for the Heat.
True.
But do I think it's his hardest? Maybe, but I don't think so, because it's almost like last year. But the
Heat was a scrappy team. It was a team that had a lot of heart.
Oh yeah, a lot of heart, but nobody was going to take the Heat to win more than one and hope to get 2 games.
But they got 2 games off of that.
Yeah, they got 2 games here, but then after that, we knew the last game was it. They were surprised they got 2 games. Oh, they gave that game away?
Yeah, I was surprised too.
So they thought it was going to be over in 5. So, but do I think the hardest path? No. But once again, somebody's always hurt. Like if they play the Nuggets, Murray, he's hurt. The main guard is hurt. And they play Utah, Donovan Mitchell, he's hurt. He's not 100%. He's hurt. And I thought they'll play Utah before they towards like the end, like going to the finals, the Western Conference Finals, because he already took a shot at them towards All-Star break. Mm-hmm. Remember, he didn't want to pick any Utah players. He's talking about anybody want to play with Utah, even when you playing NBA Jam, they might want to play with them. Yeah, so I was like, that's a shot at them, and they seen it. And so what Utah did,
Salt Lake City has a 2% black population.
They do,
just to put that out there.
There's something you say. It's something you say inside. You don't say on national TV. Everybody don't play with Utah against Utah. Come on now. Yeah. So that builds a fire in Utah. What they did, they won like the last, about 20, 25 games. They would have got the number 1 seed after that. So I'm like, you gonna tell me you don't like us? And like, okay, no, we know we gonna see y'all. So they did number 1 seed and Goldberg, the center, big man.
I don't think the way it looked like this year, I don't think many teams cared about seeding until it got to the end to see who is going to match up. But it just the way it looked like, it's just like, let's just get through this season and let's just make it to the playoffs. And then at the end, they worried about the seeding.
I think
like at the end, like far as matchups is concerned,
Utah care about seeding. I think Utah they wanted number 1 seed.
They saw.
Phoenix, They wanted the number 1 seed, but they got the number 2 seed because they was mad because they lost the last 2-3 games when they not supposed to lose. They lost to the Warriors. They lost to a couple other teams, but ain't nobody expected. That's all. Ain't nobody expected LA to get to the number 7 seed. They kept dropping. Ain't nobody expect that. So one year it's been
they did horrible those like 10 games.
Yeah, they had no LeBron, they had no AD. One time they had no Schroeder. So it was like, how much we gonna lose without our main guys? So, and actually they won some games without them. Yeah. So they actually did their job here. So now it's like, Phoenix like, I done did all this and now I get LA in the first round. I was like, but at least we home. But hey, we gonna see. We gonna battle. But it's Phoenix don't have nobody that been in the playoffs that much, so you really have that vibe. The only person you got is really Chris Paul. Everybody's fresh and new. So it's like, come on now, this is not a regular game. You really gotta lock in. These people locked in. They have chemistry in the playoffs. They have time. Phoenix, they really got that.
Yeah, true. I think. I mean, I feel bad for Phoenix because I really think like. Then again, like I said, it could be an upset, but I don't think LeBron gonna lose in the first round. But we just putting the upset. That's what upsets are for. Upsets is the unpredictable, the ones that you least expect.
You don't think. Okay, when's the last time LeBron lost in the first round?
He never.
Thank you. Come on, man. This body got to sell ticket.
Bro, did you see the way they look against the Warriors, dog? They just look sluggish out there, dog.
And when they turned it up in the second half, what happened?
True. The defense started suffocating. Yeah.
That's when what they have, a leader. They gonna cut shot. They gonna talk to you. They gonna huddle up. We ain't talking about the coach, LeBron. They gonna tighten up. You gonna cut. Say let's go. And they all gonna bid in. Second half, turnover. Alley hoop, don't. Let's go. And it happens. Hey, man, Schroeder, better team won.
Pissing me off though.
Who?
That game, Schroeder.
I think Schroeder and y'all Lakers. Cause I know you're a Lakers fan.
No, I'm not a Lakers fan.
You're a LeBron fan.
I'm a LeBron.
So that make you a Lakers fan, right? Don't you want the Lakers to win?
I want LeBron to win.
Ain't LeBron on the Lakers? Ain't LeBron on the Lakers?
Yeah.
All right then. So you're a Lakers fan until LeBron leaves. So you're a Lakers fan.
Nah, I'm not a Lakers fan. Bro.
So if you get a LeBron jersey right now, it's gonna be a Lakers jersey, ain't it?
Actually, I don't. I have a LeBron throwback Cleveland jersey.
Right. That's why I said if you get a LeBron jersey right now. And
okay, I want LeBron to win, and essentially because he's on that team, I do want the Lakers to win. But I'm not a Lakers fan, dog.
You a Lakers fan until LeBron there.
I'm not a Lakers.
As long as he's there, you're a Lakers fan. You want LeBron to win, he's on the Lakers. That's what it is. All right. So, most likely if he don't play.
Well, hold on, time out. How you became a Warriors fan?
Oh man,
bro, you from Miami? You went way to the back.
I don't have no. Put it this way, I'm from Miami. I don't really.
You said you started following them with you liking them with the I Believe team.
I believe I watched them. It was nice, but before that, I was a Suns. Before that, and then I was a Warrior.
How you was a Suns fan though?
Oh, I like the Amari Stoudemire, Steve Nash. I like Steve Nash. I did.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm trying to figure that out.
Yeah, I was like I said, I was, but yeah. Now. It happened. So now LeBron switched over team to team. He's doing his thing here now. So a lot of people don't want to play with LeBron. A lot of people do. So you see a lot of people go switch over to the Nets. They will try to,
I think personally, I honestly, I think that LeBron. I just kind of call a spade a spade. I think that it's one of those situations where they're sick of the LeBron narrative. They just tired of it, and I think it just people that team together. It's kind of sort of like they don't even like each other, but we would get along because the one person we all, even though we don't like each other, the one person we all don't like is LeBron. So we're gonna team up against. That's what it feels like.
That's true here. I'm not gonna compete with that. We gotta wrap it up here.
Yeah.
Hey man, it was a great show here.
Yeah, appreciate.
Hey, this my boy Terrance here.
Appreciate that, man.
He a Cowboy fan. He a LeBron fan.
I'm definitely a Cowboy fan.
Warrior. I can't wait till Clay come back next year. We back at it again. I'm a Raven fan. Hey, y'all check me out here on YouTube at Extreme Sports Live 305, on Facebook at Extreme Sports Live, and also you have on Twitter at Extreme Sports Live. It's going down here, man. Appreciate it, man. Cheer.